Hey everybody, what is going on? Sean, the Tech Gremlin Warrior here. And today let's talk about completely free WordPress hosting. Okay, and I'm saying completely. I want to emphasize completely free. There's no ads. All right. If you're looking for a place to learn how to use WordPress, maybe even have a small business website, and you just want to keep your costs down, uh, I have the solution for you. All right. For those that need to jet, they don't have a whole lot of time to watch a complete video. The too long didn't watch version of this. I know it's bad for my metrics here. The best completely free, and again, I'm going to emphasize completely free WordPress web host is InfinityFree. All right. And you can simply go to InfinityFree.com and register there, and you're good to go. Okay. Now, for those that want to spend a little bit more time with me here and watch how I came up with this solution and see kind of the details that I kind of went through for figuring this out for y'all, let's jump in and I'll show you. All right. So if you haven't figured it out already, or if you haven't brought it up in any of my videos as of yet, I use Perplexity AI all the time. It takes the place for me now for a Google search. I mean, I'll still do some Google searches here and there, but Perplexity AI is where I go. And what we're looking at right now is an AI chat that I've got with Perplexity AI. And again, that's perplexity.ai. And I just went in and I said, hey, I want to learn how to build WordPress websites, but I don't want to pay for hosting. I already know about local WP, and if you guys are wanting to have more information on local, there's a video right up there or there. It's up above, all right, on how to install local and use that to play with WordPress. That's installing it locally. What's kind of nice about that is you don't even have to have, a domain name, but it is on your local machine. What I wanted to do was find a solution that's actually a web hosting service that is for free. And that's what we did with this chat here. Now, I already had a bunch of stuff and notes that I've collected over the last year or so. And I popped that into this chat as well. And again, I'm going to have this chat, a link to this chat in the description down below. You're welcome to open it up and take a look at it. Okay. So what I'm looking at here, you're going to have available as well. All right. So what I said here is I already know about local WP for building and testing WordPress sites on my local machine. Local being your actual computer. All right. For those that aren't aware, it's your actual computer. You're putting your website on your computer, not out there in the internet. All right. So, and it's great for just playing around with WordPress and figuring stuff out. And so I said, I want to find some free web hosts where I can install WordPress and create a website. So far, I've found the following sites. Let's click on Show More because I told it, what sites I'd found already. Free Hostia was one of them. Okay, just came across that this week. Somebody in one of the groups that I'm a part of shared Free Hostia. Super, super basic. But again, if you're wanting to use something, again, it's not the best one, but if you're looking for a solution, Free Hostia jumps out as one that you could definitely use. InfinityFree, and again, as I said in the beginning, that's the one that wins out here. AccuWeb Hosting, right? AccuWeb Hosting, and then 00 Web Host, which I want to say, why am I drawing a blank? That is one that is run by HostZinger, which is a popular website host. Okay, so I gave it those four that I already knew about, and then just said, hey, if you know of any others, let me know. And then I asked it to compare and contrast them and let me know which one's going to be the best. All right. And again, I already had in my notes here that I would go with Infinity. All right. Just doing my own, just looking at everything and looking at the features for each one. But I want to see what Perplexity came up with. All right. And so it came up with a lot of different stuff. One of the additional options that it gave me was WordPress.com. WordPress.com is completely free. I shouldn't have said completely free. It's free, but it shows ads. So when I think of completely free, I mean free as in no ads. Infinity free, no ads. Okay. It is completely free. The other thing that I like about InfinityFree compared to WordPress.com is it allows you to have a full-featured WordPress website on InfinityFree. All right. What I mean by full-featured, plugins. Most of the time when you're working with WordPress, you're going to have plugins. Well, with WordPress.com, their free website that you build plugins. So if you're trying to learn WordPress, I just don't think that that's where you want to be, right? So again, they gave me some other options, Taste WP, Insta WP, but those were what's the word I'm looking for? Temporary. All right. They delete your site after a while. And even WordPress has like a playground that you can go into, a WordPress playground. But as soon as you close your browser, it's gone. Everything you've worked on is gone. Same thing with Taste WP. It lasts for a week and then it's gone. Your stuff's just deleted. What if it's a project you're working on, you're playing with, and you come back, here and there over the next month or 2 months or 3 months, or maybe it's something that you're working on over a year. Or in the case of what I found with InfinityFree, I'm looking at my other monitor here. Again, I think it's good enough even for a small business website. And so the last thing I want is it being deleted, right? We don't want this to be deleted. So if we scroll down and look at this some more, it goes down and gives us a table. And that's the other thing I really like about some of these AI applications that are out there, if you will, AI services, is a lot of times they'll put stuff into a table or a chart for you. Caveat here, everybody, you got to pay attention to some of this stuff. Everything that you read with AI or learn from AI is not always accurate. And right here, when it says storage and bandwidth, unlimited, that's not the case. Bandwidth is unlimited. Storage is 5 gigabytes, which is still more than free hosting at 250. It's still more than AccuWeb hosting at 2 gigs. And it's still more than WordPress.com, which gives you 1 gig. Again, if we go over here and we look at the free web hosting, this is the InfinityFree website. And probably part of the reason that the stuff is completely free is because when you actually go to their website, they got all kinds of little Google ads on their site. And so there's no, you have to really kind of be discerning as far as where do I get signed up, because this right here is a 14-day free trial. This isn't a 14 free trial to InfinityFree. Just go and click on any of the purple register now buttons. Those are the buttons you're going to want to actually get started with the InfinityFree stuff. If we scroll down here, right, where is it? I just saw it a little while ago. There it is. Free hosting features, 5 gigabytes of disk space. All right. So it's not unlimited gigabytes. It's 5. All right. For the storage. All right. Now I could be reading something wrong here. But I think this is a mistake on Perplexity's part. But I'm human also. Not that Perplexity AI is a human, but I'm human and I do make mistakes. So I could be, it might be pulling this data from something that maybe we're not comparing apples to apples here, right? Anyway, that being said, still, InfinityFree blows them all away, and that is the one I recommend. All right, now if we scroll down, and it gives you a features comparison and recommendation and why InfinityFree comes out on top. It's unlimited storage. Now, it's not unlimited storage. It's 5 gigs, but unlimited bandwidth, no forced ads, free SSL. That's important, folks. Free SSL. The reason I want to bring this up, I've had clients who are on GoDaddy. I want to say they've, Bluehost is another one, who were feeling like I need to have an SSL certificate, and they were paying like $80, $90 a year for that. All right. This is free. So that's pretty huge. All right. That's why I'm thinking, even for a small business website that doesn't have a whole lot of stuff going on. Again, you have the unlimited bandwidth, InfinityFree all the way. All right. So it also threw in AccuWeb hosting as a close second. Now, here's kind of what I liked about AccuWeb hosting when I was looking at all this. And again, what's best for free learning? It gave us a little blurb on that as well. But if we scroll back up here, it also covered email accounts. AccuWeb Hosting actually gives you a free email account. That's kind of cool. But I don't know if it's on this channel. I also have another channel on Zero to Income. If you go to @zerotoincome.com, if you go to @zerotoincome on YouTube, we have all kinds of videos that are similar to what I'm doing here. And if I don't have one here on it, there are ways of getting free email addresses for your business. Zoho Forever Free Plan, side note here, you can get 5 emails for your business. All right, so the free email that AccuWeb Hosting gives you is not that big of a deal. It's not like a game changer to make it more compelling than using InfinityFree. Okay. But again, if you scroll down and look at some of the stuff that Perplexity AI spit out here for us, it says right here, InfinityFree is going to offer us the most generous resources and the fewest restrictions for a free host, where we can install and experiment with WordPress, the plugins, and the themes. Okay, again, it gave us WordPress.com as another option. And there are other YouTube videos out there talking about how to set up WordPress for free. And what do? They're going through WordPress.com. You can't use custom themes and you can't use plugins. I don't know. Why else would you be using WordPress if you didn't want to use plugins and themes, right? So I kind of think that, those videos are kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, you can, but why? Why would you bother? Okay. So InfinityFree is going to allow you to add, install WordPress, install plugins, install themes, everything you need to do. And again, I would even venture that if it's a smaller business website, you could set up your small business website if that's what you want to do using WordPress. All right. So, really, really cool here as far as which is best for free learning. All right. Now, again, I wanted to kind of focus on those things that weren't going to delete my stuff. So I also told it I want to focus on solutions that don't delete my work unless I want it deleted. All right. If I want something deleted, I'll remove it myself. And this was interesting. All right. So Perplexity came up with a whole bunch of other options. And kind of muddied the water a little bit while I was doing my research. There's InfinityFree again. AwardSpace, never heard of AwardSpace before this. GoogieHost, never heard of GoogieHost. Freehosting.com, never heard of that. Threw out a whole lot. SikaHost, and then again, it's throwing in WordPress.com. And then cloudaccess.net. Which is only free for 30 days. So again, I'd have to go back if I wanted to run with this chat. What's the word I'm looking for? Thread. I could, but I didn't. I've got enough information. I don't need to do any more in this thread. But it gave us another comparison table. And then again, it was really nice. It gave us again some summaries here. Talked again about InfinityFree and AwardSpace being top choices for free ad-free hosting, no time limits, no auto deletion, etc., etc. So the gist of everything now here is InfinityFree comes out on top. Now let's just say what's really, really beautiful about this also. If you go the free version using WordPress.com, which again, there's other YouTube videos out there talking about how to build a WordPress website for free and how to get free web hosting. And what do? They go to WordPress.com, and again, it's very, very limited with ads. Okay. And the other kind of challenge is WordPress.com doesn't allow you to have your own domain name. Now, maybe you want to have your own domain name. And again, that's another win for InfinityFree. You can connect your own domain name. Now, if you want to go to a place that has domain names for a very, probably the lowest price I've ever found, Cloudflare.net, or I'm sorry, Cloudflare.com has domains that you can purchase, and they're only selling them to you at their pricing, their wholesale price. Okay. My price with taxes and everything for where I live, complete with taxes, is $10.44 a year. That's it. Now, it might not be that big of a deal to go to somewhere like Namecheap that, yeah, you can get it on sale the first year, but after that, it goes up to like $16 a year. And again, you might not think that that's that big of a deal, but if you're someone that has a whole lot of domain names, that extra $5 or $6, that adds up. That is going to add up fast. So if you really need your own domain name, you can go to cloudflare.com. Okay, let's just double check here. Cloudflare.com. Could be .net, but I'm pretty sure it is. It's .com. All right. And you can go in there and you can buy a domain name. All right. But here's the thing. Even if you don't want to use your own domain name, InfinityFree.com allows you to also have a free domain name. Now they give you 25 different choices for domains. And what I mean by that is, as I pull this up, you can have things like, they're called subdomains. All right. And so it would be your name. So whatever your name is, like maybe it's awesomewebsites.com would be the domain name that you were going to buy. But you didn't want to buy it and you just want to use a free domain name through InfinityFree. It would be awesomewebsites . And then you would pick one of their subdomains, and most of them are pretty hokey. I wouldn't use them, but one of them is great-site.net. All right. So it would be awesomewebsites.great-site.net or great-site.net. All right. And I think that's okay. All right. Again, completely free. No ads, plugins, themes, everything that's associated with the WordPress website for free using InfinityFree.com. So there you go. All right. The best completely free WordPress website hosting service. And at InfinityFree is the one that I would go with. And that's it for today, everybody. Now, if you're loving these videos, subscribe to the channel. That really helps me out. And thanks for watching, everybody.